Hello dear viewers, my name is Fadi Nouri and I'm a migration consultant in Germany. Today I would like to explain for you how you can register yourself in Jobcenter after getting an asylum protection, a refugee protection, a subsidiary protection, or a national ban on deportation in Germany. In fact, after you apply for an asylum in the Federal Office for Migration and Refugees of Germany, you get a protection from this office via a special letter sent to you by this office, which is called Anerkennungsbescheid in German language. This protection can be an asylum protection, which is called Asylanerkennung or Asylberechtigung, or a refugee protection, which is called Flüchtlingseigenschaft or Flüchtlingsanerkennung, a subsidiary protection, which is called Subsidiary Schutz in German language, or you may get a national ban on deportation, which is called Abschiebungsverbot or Abschiebungsschutz in German language. After getting one of these protections, you can refer to your respective foreigner's office, which is called Ausländerbehörde in German language, and apply for an electronic residence permit in this office. It is worth mentioning that in some cities of Germany, Landesamt or Landratsamt is responsible for it. And in such cases, you should apply for this electronic residence permit in one of these offices. After you complete and submit or send the application form with the relevant documents for a residence permit to your respective foreigner's office, this office usually gives you a fiction certificate, which in German is called Fiktionsbescheinigung, or a preliminary certificate, which in German it is called Vorläufige Bescheinigung. And until your electronic residence permit is being prepared and issued for you, you can use this fiction certificate or preliminary certificate, and when your electronic residence permit is being prepared and issued for you, you will get it and you will return this fiction certificate or the preliminary certificate back to them. If you're not working and getting money from Social Welfare Office or Sozialamt, or if you're working for some hours and at the same time you're getting money from Social Welfare Office, once you get the fiction certificate, the preliminary certificate, or the electronic residence permit from your respective foreigner's office, you should refer to your respective Social Welfare Office and inform them about one of these documents. The Social Welfare Office will then send you a letter or invite you to this office and give you a letter, which is called Abtretungserklärung in German language. This letter means that you will no longer get money from Social Welfare Office, and this office will no longer be responsible for you. You can then, with this letter and with your fiction certificate or your preliminary certificate or with your electronic residence permit and filled in application forms for Jobcenter registration, apply for the Jobcenter benefits in your respective Jobcenter. It is worth mentioning that in some cities of Germany, the Social Welfare Office informs Jobcenter about the change of your status once you inform this office about your fiction or preliminary certificate or your electronic residence permit, and you do not need for an Abtretungserklärung from them to take to or send to Jobcenter. You can get the application forms for the registration in your respective Jobcenter from the Jobcenter itself. In some cities of Germany, the Jobcenter also puts these forms in their website. In such a case, you can also get these forms from their website. However, it is recommendable to get them from your respective Jobcenter because you usually do not know which forms you need to download and fill in for them from among the so many application forms they have in their website. It is worth mentioning that the application forms for the registration in Jobcenter differ a little bit from each other in different cities of Germany. And the application form you see in this video now is from the Jobcenter in Munich or München city of Germany. If you need help in filling in these application forms, your social worker in the refugee camp where you live can help you with them. If you're not living in a refugee camp, you can refer to one of the migration counseling offices in your city or region, such as the Diaconie, Caritas, AVO, or the DRK or BRK, and etc. And they will help you with them for free. After filling these forms, you can send them with the copy of your fiction or preliminary certificate or copy of your residence card, copy of your apartment or room rental contract, copy of your bank statement for the current month and the last 3 months, and with a copy of your health insurance card to your respective job center. If you or one of your family members who is living together with you is working, but his or her income is not enough for your living expenses, in addition to the mentioned documents, you should also send the copy of his or her work contract and the copy of his or her payroll for the current and the last 3 months to the job center. If you do not have an health insurance card, you can refer to a statutory health insurance office such as the AOK or DAK in your city or region and get a membership certificate or a Mitgliedsbescheinigung from them and submit or send it together with the other documents I just mentioned for you to your respective job center. If you do not have one or more than one of these documents I just mentioned for you, you can submit or send the documents you currently have to the job center, and as soon as you have your other documents prepared, you can submit or send them to your respective job center as well. After you submit or send the application forms and a copy of the documents I just mentioned for you to your respective job center, it is possible that this office asks you for some more documents, and you should cooperate with them. After receiving all the necessary documents from you, this office processes your application, and it might take this office 2 or more than 2 weeks to finish processing your application. And until this office finishes processing your application, either your respective social welfare office or your respective job center must pay you the money for your living expenses, including for the rent of your apartment or the rent of your room in the refugee camp. If the social welfare office does not pay you for your living expenses during this time and you do not have money for your living expenses, you can apply for the advance payment in your respective job center with the help of the social worker in your camp or with the help of one of the migration counseling offices in your city or in your region. In German language, this application is called Zu erwartenden Leistungen nach SGB II, Antrag auf Vorschuss nach Paragraph 42 SGB I. After your respective job center processes your application, this office sends you the results of your application and the information letter about your monthly payment, which in German it is called Jobcenter Leistungsbescheid. And based on this letter, your monthly living expenses, including your health insurance and the rent of your apartment or room in the camp, will be paid by your respective job center. Thanks a lot for watching my video. If you would like to get similar important information about the immigration laws in Germany, your rights and duties in German society, the living conditions in Germany, and other such important topics, please subscribe and follow our channel. If you have any questions or remarks about today's topic, you can write it under this video and I will be more than happy to answer it for you.